We're live. Yeah, no kidding. I've been trying to do this for 10 minutes, stupid thing. Ugh. Alright, let me test the audio. Yeah, weird.
Test the audio. Yeah, weird. Test the audio.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I need a monitor. You gotta set up a monitor so I can actually test my audio. Let's see. Alright, chat still says it's not available. I think I have to go in here and refresh it. It's another thing it doesn't do. I have to change the URL every time? I don't remember having to do that before. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it changed. I hope I don't have this problem again with this chat. Looks like the chat's not going to work again. Oh, what is the deal with this? Alright, let me just try to figure this chat out again and figure out why it won't show it. Figure out where my chat is. Where'd my chat window go? There it is. Hey James, hey Station 240. Tested OBS today, worked great, and today I just had nothing but problems. I had to restart my computer. Now I'm trying to figure out why the chat's not showing up over here. I don't think the URL changes. I had this problem last time. It just wouldn't pull up the chat. There we go. Jeez. I need to fix this. I used to have transparent background. They must have changed the CSS. I'm trying to. If anybody wants to take a look at the chat window and figure out what I need to set the. I make it. I think I have it on here as. Yeah, they must have changed the DOM. I have background transparent important. Opacity 0.6, chat fade. Have the animation disabled. Yeah, I must have changed something. I'll have to recheck the source code. Good morning, everybody. It's kind of afternoon now. I've been just cleaning up my bench. This is what I was working on the other day, so I'm working on it again. What's this? Why is there a wire hanging out? Shoot. Huh. Wonderful. Yeah. I heard that. Everybody was coming on Twitter. I don't use Discord every day, and I've never found any active communities that are always active. I go on there and it's like a ghost town sometimes. So I guess I'm just not on the right channels, or I'm not on a team. Well, I'm not on a team channel, so there's not anybody I talk to every day. Jeez, this is the array failure. How does that happen? For multiple redundant well, what should be a multiply redundant service. Alright, I'm going to test a few things. I think, bench. Do you guys like to see benches from the perspective of me? Why is it clipping like that? Is it black or is it actually showing the... That's weird. Why is it... Huh. Why is it cropping like that? That's very strange. There we go. I had it on standard for some reason. Alright, I'm just going to move this camera that I just kind of moved. Should I flip? Reset. Now I'm going to rotate. Rotate this 180 degrees. Yeah, I guess I could slide it over a bit since I'm not transparent. Alright. Now this camera's so blurry. I mean, I got the resolution fairly high, but... Sorry, I'm covering my mouth. I got the resolution fairly high, but it's still kind of blurry. It had to be multiple failures or controller infection. Somebody got to their controller. Bad firmware update. It could be anything. They won't tell you what you know. I have today's stream set on low latency, ultra low latency. I had audio problems sync the other day, so I'm gonna try this and see if it's any better. I also got my Blue Yeti hooked up, so I'm gonna try switching my audio source and try to see which one sounds better. So if there's more than one person on here, let me know, and I can I should be able to switch that in OBS back and forth, but every time I touch audio, it freezes and breaks OBS. I think there's a bug. But yeah, if you want to chime in the chat, let me know, and I'll do testing. I think I'm going to leave it like this. This way, it's kind of like your same perspective as me. You know, I'm not really a fan of the upside down benches. I should do that the other day. So I'll keep it like this, first person. And if I lean over the camera, let me know. I have a habit of doing that. I think I have some kind of marks. Let me double check. That should be my, yeah, okay. That should be my mark. Usually it's pretty far in, so it becomes a problem. I have it far out now, so it should be a little bit better. I really would like to see streams be much higher quality. Like actually, this might actually be my Logitech camera. I thought it was a really good camera when I bought it. It's just not. So let me know how the audio is, right? Is it syncing at all? Is it losing sync at all already? I mean, I was going for 5 hours the other day, so that might have been after a certain point it just starts to drift. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit, and I gotta start working on assembling this guy right here. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today. I need to get my parts all and all that stuff, and get my BOM pulled up. And usually the first PCB I'm not prepared at all. I just throw it together. I'll have to like search for each component and You know, whatever. I'm not having an assembly line, so it's not a big deal. It's trash over here. I can't stand having trash. Well, I mean, it's always got trash on it, but when it's clean, I want the trash off of it too. I need like little desktop vacuums. Sound okay? Good. Just pick this trash up without moving this, because I want to slide this back. It's all wired up. Be right back. I am going to throw this in the garbage. And you know what? I think I need some coffee. I should have made some coffee earlier. Put some liquor in it. Oh no, I hope I didn't drop metal in there. These like metal cuttings. I wonder if anybody's come up with like a little thing where you do your cuttings inside of like a kind of like those test boxes you just shoot guns into. Like you put your snippers in there and you cut inside a safe thing so it doesn't shoot metal bits everywhere. Who knows how many problems I've had because of metal shavings going in my stuff. All right, I will be right back. All right, we'll be back. This is this stuff. I'll put these crimpers up. I don't need those. Let me figure out where this wire goes first. Shit. Where does this wire go? Why am I missing a wire? Oh, that's weird. It goes over here. Alright, this is live. Live voltage. High voltage. So I will unplug that and fix this damn wire. It works without it because it doesn't really need this because it's probably driving high. But I'll put that back in there. These connectors are the worst. They're just like a piece of round metal, and when you put your wire in there, it gets crimped on the side, outside of the clamp, and it doesn't tighten. So when you buy these, look for the ones that have circles, masks in front of them, and they keep your wire in the middle. So when you put them in, they don't go off to the side and fall out. These are just crappy, cheap connectors. And you think maybe it's made for bigger wire, but if you open these up, they don't open up very wide. They're just cheap Chinese crap. I try to avoid using them. See, look, I mean, like, what the hell? Oh, so aggravating. Go the hell in there and stay in there. I need to get more sizes of ferrules to crimp, because that'll help you This is just a nightmare. What is going on here? Like, it won't even go in. You guys ever shove your screwdrivers in live wiring? I do it all the time. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. This is all... Everything's active except for the AC, so it's fine. Alright, there we're good. This needs to go back over here. This is... what the hell? I have a little dot over here that will stick to. Alright, let me turn that back on. Nothing blowing up? Okay. Alright, let me, it's the way they are designed. What's designed? They're designed like shit is what they're designed as. It's not how they're supposed to be. They're just cheap. Where's my chat window? Chat window, where'd you go? I don't know where my chat window went. Pop up my chat window and then I lose it. There it is. No, I have to bump the font up. And then go back to OBS. Alright, there we go. You want me to show you the difference? Probably used them all. Here we go. Alright, so there's the difference between good ones and garbage ones. Alright, so this just has a metal cube frame. If you take it apart, it's just like literally a cylinder. These ones are a cylinder, and then they have a plate in front of them that has a round hole that lines up, fits the compression spring right inside of it. So when you put your wire in, it's always in the center and it always gets crushed straight down. These ones taper on the side, so when you put your wire in, it can get pushed to the side and not be good. And you can tell the quality difference. Brass, slotted screws. These have those little crappy screws that strip. Phillips head combination screws. Phillips cross. Just a difference in quality. These are real. What's the name of those? I forget the manufacturer, but it's the RU whatever. The little RU stamps. I think that's the manufacturer. Anyway, that was my rant. That was my rant. Shitty connectors. Better things exist. Look for them. When you're dealing with something that cheap, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they're a little different. They're a little nicer. Alright. This is what I was working on the other day. I don't know if you watched my stream. It's 5 hours. Probably nobody watched it. I made a SMD pickup tool. This is a little extreme. I have a 3-way manifold and 3 separate pickups, so I can put different tips and not have to fiddle with it while I'm assembling. I can turn them on and off, so I can also disable this control and just use the finger hole control. But these are taped up. So the idea is that I have a microcontroller, some MOSFETs, the whole thing needs to be redone, but now it's somewhere I can test it. Did you not watch the whole 5.5 hours? That's fine. Oh, I wanted to test, before I get into this, well, a real quick demo. This is a vacuum pickup with foot control, microcontroller, some solenoids. does suction and also has microcontrol controlled blowback. So it has positive pressure to get your smaller parts from sticking to the, electrostatically sticking to the tip. So it'll actually blow it off into the paste. It also helps you from having to touch it down into the paste. You just, get it where you want it, and oh, that's test mode. The cool thing about microcontroller control and foot pedal is that I can control it and have different modes. So I'll show you what that was actually doing. It's just puffing air. I thought I could probably use that to flip components over in like a little tray. I was like, that'd be pretty cool. I could just have it pulse air and flip till I get it flipped over and then vacuum. And depending on how long you hold the foot pedal down, I have all different functions I can program. Like it just went to sleep. It wakes up for 30 seconds, goes back to sleep if you're not using it. So you don't have to hear that sound all the time. So that's that. I'm going to push this out of the way. Try to get... Oh, I need to test one more thing. I have this on... I think I'm having a problem getting enough voltage from a 5 volts. It needs about 2.2 amps for everything because I don't have solenoid drivers. It actually, when they're on, it's pulling the whole current. Morning, Dustin. Good afternoon for me. All right, I got two things I need to do. I need to move this over to power and see if it works without my power supply, so I can turn this power supply off. It's humming. And I want to test this other microphone. I have a Blue Yeti hooked up today, so we'll see which one's better. That's kind of what I wanted to test today. Alright, so let's... I'm going to leave this one hooked up to my computer so I can change the source if I need to. I don't have a controller on it. I might need to change the timing of that. And this one should be able to power from... here. Okay, where's my other cable? I have the cable. Where'd it go? I'll just use this one. See, these solenoids are 6 volt solenoids, but I'm kind of running them and I have capacitors on it, but they're probably not big enough. I don't have a lot of the through-hole capacitors. And see, that solenoid's not kicking in. Hear it? It's not always kicking in. I might need to put a bigger capacitor on there. Alright, try not to get electrocuted. So I guess I need to figure out how to get this voltage up a little bit. I guess I'll need to use a, like a buck converter. Why is it rattling? Stop rattling. So, yeah, so I have like this, that's a status polling light. I know it's running. Blue light means the foot pedal's pressed. And when the motor pump goes to sleep, that should come on like I think I have a PWM to a lower light, just so I know that it's not broken, it's actually asleep. And then I'll probably rework it to be a little, I don't know, an enclosure and some. I want microcontrol control over all the timing for all the solenoids. There's 1, 2, 3 solenoids and a pump. Yeah, see that light comes on to let you know it's asleep. I only have it set, analog rate must be funky because I have it set to real low, but it's turning on. It's awfully bright. Huh, I'll have to look at that later. Looks like I might be able to get away with this. I'm going to leave it like this plugged up, and I'll show in this corner. If I have problems with it, I'll find a stronger power supply for it. That's going to go over there. I guess I'll cover it up so it doesn't get ejecta in it, or whatever I'm working on. I'm gonna figure where this is go. So I have it plumbed to this with this vacuum hose. So I just need to figure out a good place to put this stuff. Need to hang it up somewhere. How am I gonna get it over here? What if I turn this? No, it's not gonna work. All right, so that works. Test 1 done. Now I need to check this microphone. Let me know which microphone is better. I'm just gonna hang this up here like this. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna take my hand pieces and put them off to the side. And I have this. I just got this. I think this is what I'm going to use this for. Oh, jeez. I don't need that. I'm going to use that for that. I don't know if I want those in there. Oh, whatever. Maybe I could just... I need to make holders. I'm just going to throw them in there like that for now. These are these really cool pencil boxes I found. You can stand them up or lay them on the side. I thought they'd be great for putting all my solder and stuff in. Oh crap. I'm not throwing it on the floor. But like, just like that. And then some like a pair of tweezers, so I'm not always getting a pair of tweezers down. So it's pretty cool. I like it. Seems to be working pretty good. But I gotta mount it somewhere and figure out if I'm gonna put it up, you know, upper. Because you can do it like this too. That's just a pencil holder. You get like a 3-pack, and they come in like pink, black, clear. It's really cool. I was like, these are really neat. I really like the layout. I probably just copy it and 3D print some versions of it. So I thought that was really cool. So now I can put like my solder. I'll put these back a notch. You know, my solder flux and all that. And you know, you can put a razor blade back there, or X-Acto knife. And some Sharpies, things I touch all the time, you know. And what else? What else would I need? Probably solder wick. I have solder wick up there. That's probably it. That's probably all I need for now. I need something to put my loops and my tape. Maybe a file or two. You always got a file to touch something up. My razor blade. Alright, so that's it. So I'm just going to leave it like that and see how I like it. It's pretty cool though. I think it's going to work really good. Especially when you don't have a dedicated holder for something. Like, I have nowhere to put this. I don't have to build a holder. Just throw it in there. Alright, so those are cool. I like that. And you could probably even put snippers and stuff in there if you wanted to. I'm going to put these. See if I put these in the back. It's going to be a little much. I have a holder for this. I just haven't hung it up. Like I said, I haven't hung a holder up or made a space for it, so I'm just throw it in there for now. So, all right, let's test this blue Yeti I have. I have a snowball, not blue Yeti, a snowball. I don't know. I know it works really good like this with a pop filter. I don't have a pop filter. But I'm going to see if it works okay on my desk too, if it's any better. So let's see. How do I change this in OBS? All right. So testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is my webcam up here. That's that microphone. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm going to turn that off and then go to this other one. And this is the blue snowball. It's over here. Oh, sorry if I hit that too. Tapped it. Level's okay. Yeah, probably too high. I don't know why they're at max. Hello. That's okay. I see the levels, they look okay, but how does the sound compared to that? Or this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the blue snowball. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let me know. I'll leave it on my Logitech because that's the one I've used before. If the other one was okay, let me know what's going on. Which one you want? Maybe I can. I don't have monitors, so I can't really play back, and I'll have to mute my mics and play it back. How different was the volume? Which one's louder and clearer, less echoey? Oh, I can turn this off now. You know what? I was supposed to do my power supply off and test that. Sorry. All right, let's test this again. That was the whole point of doing that before, is get that off of. Blue is best. So this is my Logitech C922, something like that. And it's all the way up here. So hello, 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 hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And switching over. Snowball now. It's over here. 20 inches away. 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 Looking down. Hello, 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 hello. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so now that there's no background noise like my giant power supply fan. Quieter but less noisy. I can bring it up a little bit, but I'll have to be careful I don't cough or something. Hello. Yes, it definitely is lower. Hello. 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 Yeah, it's more directional. Hello. Hello. And it doesn't peak. Maybe if I get it closer, like right there. It's off to the side though. I need an arm, to mount it and pull it down. That's not gonna work for me. Not gonna work. All right, I moved it a little. Maybe it's a little better now. Is it better or still kind of low, muffled? I'm a muffled talker already, so. What desk noise? Does it pick up desk noise too much? All right, I'll keep the snowball on. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, that definitely sounds better. I'm gonna leave the snowball on and see how it sounds. I think it sounds better. What happened to my OBS stream? I mean my chat window. There it is. All right. Yeah, it definitely sounds better. I probably need to get a pop filter for it, but if I'm not close to it, it should be okay. It's not. Yeah, it's kind of in my way, but that's gonna be alright. That'll be alright. Oh shoot! I forgot to get my coffee. I made coffee and forgot to get it again. Be right back. Doof. Alright. How about a... Oh, you know what? How about a live mailbag? I only got a couple pieces, but... Anybody? Live mailbag? Yeah? If I don't have any objections in the next minute, I'm going to do a live mailbag. I only got... 3 or 4 pieces. I only got 4 bags. It's a like micro mailbag. How about that? I know this doesn't fit back there. Maybe I could. Oh no! Did I lose a piece? I lost a piece. Right. Mailbag. Got a mailbag. I should have saved some more, but I didn't get any mail this week for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I guess, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Nope, that's it. I mean, I got some stuff from LCSC, and I got my PCBs from JLC PCB. So I got pretty much this. I just one wall printed this little holder, but I got a whole bunch of sample components, just like different things I want to sample, and so that's most of these are samples, 10 to 50 pieces of small things. These are some kind of new buttons I didn't use before. These are these tiny little buttons, which are really cool. Good for reset buttons. I got all kinds of weird stuff like dual transistors and a lot of PTCs in different sizes, all the way down to 402. Infrared receivers. Mostly you can use them for light sensing. I got ambient light sensors. Right angle surface mount LEDs, capacitor networks. These are, I haven't yet. I don't have anything that's really easy to assemble. That's low component count. That it would be useful. But if I start producing some, I'm thinking about producing a bunch of little breakout boards that are going to have minor circuitry on it. Maybe some transistors, a regulator. Kind of like helper boards, so I think I might have them do that, and I'll use that as a test, and I'll get like 100 units. Problem is their parts catalog is still pretty small. Yeah, I could do an LED badge. I've been meaning to do a badge too, just to kind of play around with some analog stuff. Not analog, discrete digital logic. Capacitor networks. I don't know what you use capacitor networks for. I mean, your capacitors really need to be near your power pins and stuff. So, but if your board's real tight, that might be useful if you have a bunch of stuff that you need to decouple right next to each other. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can get rid of 4 capacitors. That might be useful for something. Yeah, just a lot of different PTCs, some more LEDs. Got a bunch of these. Got like a bunch of little tiny things. I got some Chinese specialized chips to test. I got some LM75s, different rebrandings of them. Everybody makes an LM75 temperature sensor. TI has their own version. More ambient light sensors. Just some discrete resistor networks. Temperature humidity sensors. Yeah, I got a lot of single samples for temperature humidity sensors. SHT. I don't know what series that is. It's probably just a 20. What does this even say? I don't even know what. HSU CHM01A. I don't even know what that is. SHTC3. I don't know what that is. It's probably just a. Oh, that's the one with the small round one. With the round hole in the middle. Attitude sensor. A little LGA attitude sensor. This thing is the tiniest thing I've ever seen. Don't know how I'm going to solder that and test it. I'll have to make a special board for it. HDC 1080. This is just all surface mount humidity sensors. Just trying a bunch of SHT 20. I just try to get a cost factor analysis of the, accelerometer. Empty. 0603 infrared receiver. That's about it. Just a bunch of little sample stuff. So I got that last week. And I got some bigger stuff that I've already put in my SMD reels, and like a roll of capacitors and some USB-C jacks to test out. All right, so mailbag one. Well, after that's what I got last week, and then I got my shipment of. I ordered 10 little PCBs for this ESP8266 project that I'm probably gonna try to put together soon. I still got to get all my parts picked out, and go through my BOM. So. All right, let's see what we got here. This is 3D printer filament. Did I just DOS myself? Let me know if I DOS myself. DOS myself. Lord, this is actual filament runout sensor for. Why'd that kick on? Well, that's weird. Well, there's a bug. My thing just activated for some reason. I'm gonna have to add a pull up. There's some kind of stray. It thought the foot pedal got triggered. I'm using an analog read. I gotta switch it over to interrupts. Analog read was easier to get working. Yeah, I have some RGB W's. No wait, is it? No, I have the neutral ones. RGBW, but they're neutral white. They have warm white and cold white too. I really like them. I might have some around here. I'll pull them out in a second. Oh, geez, what is this? What kind of rubber banding is this? It's like they looped it through and then. What the devil? How do you do that? That's really cool. It's like they looped it through itself and then went around again. Huh, that's very interesting. Anyway, this is a filament runout sensor. I bought a bunch of opto isolators to make my own, but I thought I'd just get this one too so I can hook it up. I'm doing some overnight prints and trying to use up some almost empty rolls, so I didn't want it running all night if it ran out of filament. So I thought I was going to get one of these just to throw on there. That's that. This is from my Ender 3. IDC ribbon flat cable. I love when things are double bagged it up. These are just some ribbon cable. I'll just take this out. These are probably 6-pin ISP. I got them for some ISP programming. I can never get tired of hooking up ISP headers, so I just made a. Probably gonna make an adapter board. I think I did, but it needs to be remade to just adapt, inline to 6-pin dual row. I mean, 3 pins by 3 pin or whatever. And you can use these for ESP programming too, for RX, TX ground, 5 volt. So kind of standardize that so you're not always fiddling with those stupid jumper wires. The humidity pad shows it was humid. Yeah, they have instructions for baking them. I don't know how long the moisture's been in them, but if you just double the baking time and drop it down a little bit, I think it's 60°C for 8 hours, or that's probably high. Something like that. Maybe it's 70 something. Yeah, I think maybe it's an initial pulse and then I know you can, if they're really absorbed a lot of humidity, you can bake them for like 24 hours or 8 hours. But immediately before using them, you can also do it for 2 hours. But you probably have to do yours for a while. But I bet they're fine. In fact, if you hand solder them, they'll probably be okay. Untracked. Yeah, this has got another label over the other label. All right. I've been waiting for these. These are T4 T-nuts. Sorry, T4, not Torx. M4 T-nuts. So these are for. I have a bunch of M3, but they're just not bulky enough to put in a T slot and hold like something heavy. So I got T4, M4 size screw T-nuts. These go in a T slot rail. Oh yeah, I meant for your personal use. Yeah, if you wanted to salvage them, you know. All right, so T-nuts are cool. I'm gonna switch everything that's on my bench wall. I'm gonna switch to use a T-slot, and this way I could just mount things and move things for different holders and stuff depending on what I'm doing. Like I used to have my oscilloscope on my bench. I just put a glass shelf here and took my oscilloscope off my bench, so now I have more bench space. But if I need it, I could put my oscilloscope on this glass shelf that floats above, and then I can, use it. All right, next. I just ordered several hundred SK6812 2020s. They're like APAs, but they're 2812 compatible. 1-pin data. And I'm just waiting for them to get here. They should be on their way. But they're a little bit smaller than the WS2812 2020s because they don't have the little legs that stick out. They're just 2mm square. So I think they're, whatever that package is called, the pads are underneath instead of on the side. Nope. Download module. Download module. Here we go. This is AVR programmer. Boop, 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 boop. I've been using USB Tiny or Tiny USB. 6-track. You use those little mini ones. I need a real scope. So this is I just bought an an AVR ISP programmer because I was having problems with the USB Tiny. You can't use it to program over 64. Well, you can use it to program over 64K chips, but the verification will always fail because there's a bug in the firmware that no one's ever fixed. So it's just kind of frustrating not knowing if it was successful or not. So I bought one of these. And these are nice because they have a fuse on there and some protection diodes and some status lights, where my little tiny USB doesn't. It's just like a tiny little thing. I like it that it's small and has a micro USB jack. I hate these. I hate things that someone should make a converter from USB A to micro that can go on these things. I wonder if those little adapter boards can go in there. No, because they have the ID They have an extra pin. If they got rid of the extra pin, you could use them to replace these stupid things. So that was that. And look, I got another, oh sweet, free ISP cable. Look at that. Now I have 3. Awesome. Alright, so I'm just going to probably throw this in a bin so I can get rid of it. Do I have an empty bin? Yeah, this bin's empty. Let's throw it in here for now. We'll go through it later. This way I'll remember where it's at, right? Imagine that. You know, I'll go looking for it and be, where did I put the thing I just got in the mail? Oh, I hid it somewhere. I hid it somewhere from myself. Now, why is that light still on? Oh, that's why. Alright, so I need to go through this and get my bomb ready. This is my SMD feeder thing. I need to put new labels on here. Let's try that. Let's make some labels for this. If I can remember where I put the stuff. Does anybody know if you can get here, I'll show you real quick. I have this X-Acto kit, but it uses these fat ones. Well, I guess this one's not a fat one. Does that have the same? This isn't going to work. You just need a new home. Bomb. B-O-M. Not a bomb. Yeah, see, these don't really fit on those. Wonder why. Look, they look identical. It's kind of loose. Anybody know if anybody has a 3D printable caps for X-Acto knives? Because I have these big ones, but I don't have a cap for them, so I have to keep them in this stupid thing. I have a bunch of them, but I'd like to get caps for them, but I don't know what size. I've never seen these size X-Acto knives. I bought these at like some kind of sale. And, well, that one's got like a little notch on it. I wonder what that's for. Whoa. There's like a little hole in the back of oh, so it doesn't snap. And it tapers. I've never seen that. That's really cool. I wonder if I guess that's for some strain relief right there where it snaps. So control it. So that can flex a little bit before it shears? Or is it to force a break there? Maybe you can snap the tips off and make them dull, blunt, so you don't kill yourself. Anyway, these are really cool. I just need to get covers for them. See, I have like saws that go in here and all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm going to put that in there and use this other one because I think this blade is probably sharper. All right. Need to make a label for these things. What is that? Maybe I do need these calipers. I just moved. I should know this. I made these 30. Oh, look, now how convenient. I keep forgetting I just have things right there. All right. What these need to be? Probably just like that. There's a crease there, so I'll cut that. And I'll cut this one. That's not something I've ever done. I mean, that's just too responsible and meticulous. Just, what do you have, like a leather sharpener, or do you use like a sharpening stone, like something made for honing razor blades? I don't shave, so I don't know about straight blade shaving and stuff like that. I'm sure you can just get. I'm sure it's fairly easy and common to sharpen razor blades. I just don't. Never figured out how to do it. This is this tape is like made for dry erase markers. Oilstone. I'll have to get me like a little one so I can just. I need something to rub that in. Do I have something like soft and rubbery? That's what she said. Sticking stuff like that, I should have sanded these first or smoothed them down so they stick better. Sometimes they peel off after a while. This is, but yeah, whiteboard tape, so I can just write on there with a Sharpie and then use alcohol, wipe it off. Yeah, you need a sharp X-Acto with model making, and they don't last very long. They get dull fast. I used to make models when I was a kid, but I never something I was never taught to me is how to sharpen your razor blades. I would just get a multi-pack and just keep replacing them. Guess I should cut another row, huh? Probably gonna need it. Did I cut that already? Yeah, that's enough. Good. I'm about to keep that on there. Oops. Yeah. By the time mine needs sharpening, they've already destroyed them. I used them to pry something and shove it in somewhere, or cut some thick ass plastic, and it's ruined. Did I make that too long? I did make that too long. How did I do that? How did I make that one too long? Huh. What happened? How is that possible? Am I having some kind of mental breakdown here? I just cut the same thing I cut before. Now it's too long? Did I not just do exactly the same thing? I'm so confused. What just happened? I just cut the same 3 marks again. Why is it not the same size? What the hell? I am so confused. How the hell did I do that? What am I doing wrong here? What? What just happened? How the hell did I do that? How did I manage to cut that the wrong size? Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh, I used that as a... Jeez, what the heck did I do? This is what I did last time, and then I had to square them up, and they all came out stupid and wrong sizes. Oh, lordy. How the hell did I do that? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's really bad. Really bad. Oh, see, this is what I can't... See, now they get all screwed up. That's ruined. Jeez. Whatever. This is what I did last time, and then they come off the edge, and then they all start to peel. It pissed me off, so now I'm trying to do it perfect, and I screwed it all up again. Whatever. I really don't care anymore. This is my problem. This is why I never get anything done. Always fiddling with some benign detail. Man, I need a new vacuum pump that's a real vacuum pump. I use an aquarium pump that I converted. I need to get a better one. I can use these for those. But now you can't really cut them once they're cut because it's annoying. What if I... Whatever. Where will this go? This will go over here. I just need to get labels on here so I can label them when I put them in. I don't think I'm going to use my that bomb tool yet. It's just kind of a concept. But it'd be nice to not have to put labels on here and just have LEDs underneath. I need something that's a higher density than 144. I need like a 300 pixels per meter LED strip. If not, I'll have to make my own. Just because of the spacing that I'll need the resolution on here. A lot of people just use that aquarium pump that you can just reverse the diaphragms. That's all I'm gonna buy. It's at Walmart. It's like $13. Excuse me. All right, I don't need to mark these bigger ones, so I'm just gonna call it quits here. That's good enough for now. so these are not. Alright, so let's see if this actually works. These have been on here for a while, so let me see if it this works. Oh, whoa, that's way too much alcohol. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna take this off of here. That's probably why they keep coming on stick. I'm getting too much alcohol in there and it's going underneath. I'm doing the glue. Just need to get it moist and just wipe that off. Yeah. Alright, so that's that. That works. So, yeah, these are. Do I need to put this in any specific order? Nah, whatever. S4. What are these? Blue. Blue. These are pink. These are MBT. We're just going to do Q1. I only use one kind of transistor typically on a project. I don't switch back and forth. Usually just try to make everything the same. Same thing. Alright, so now I need to do the resistors and stuff. I should probably move this plastic one to a plastic dispenser. I'm going to need more transistors. I'm going to move that. I'm not really optimizing this, I'm just kind of shoving things where they're at. So I'm going to need USB connectors. I should probably put these on the left side since you don't really use them very often. Oh, go in there. There we go. I need resistor arrays. I think I haven't sorted those yet. Nope, they're not in there. So I need what? What are these? What's going on, chat? Anything going on? What are you all doing on your Sundays? Sundays? Is it Saturday or Sunday? I don't even know what day it is. Jeez. It's Sunday. I think these are 10 microfarad. I don't remember. I have to label these. got put labels on here to test to see if they stay on there. I don't know if they're going to stay on there or not. They're not fitting right. I gotta reprint that one. Tipsy. Yeah, I didn't start drinking today. I drank yesterday. I think I'm gonna stay pretty sober today. God, I gotta do something about that sound. Ooh, that's a terrible sound. Eesh. Which ones are these? 1 microfarad. Actually, these don't have a... This one doesn't have a hole in it. Oh, shoot. That's the one I need. So, we'll cut this off. I don't think I need these today, but I'll get some of those. I better mark that before I forget. I need to put, like I said, I need to put labels on here. And problem is, sticking labels to 3D prints is kind of a pain in the neck. They don't always stick very good. What else do I need? What are these? Let's put these in here. I'm going to guess one is 1 microfarad and one is 10 microfarad. That's my guess. This one is the 1. I don't want that fit in there. What's going on here? Something wrong with this one? Is this one supposed to be trash? I think I accidentally put some trash ones in here when I was building this to line up the... It won't go through there. What is going on here? That's very strange. Huh. Something wrong with that. I never had a problem with that before. Oh, this is for that's for plastic only. I made some variations of these. Some of them plastic only, so they don't bounce. So I gotta redo it so that I know which ones are which. That's why I try to make these all clear. Those are now for plastic. So I'll move that. Whoops. Oh, and I don't remember which one was which. Oh, 1 second. Phone is ringing. All right. One microfarad, 10 microfarad. All right. And I'm not going to try to look at these. I'm just going to measure these because I don't know what's what. Actually, let me get my networks out. 470. And these should be 10. Okay. Say 103? Yeah, 103. Okay. Alright, so resistor network 4. Okay. 470. Okay, 470. I don't know what these guys are over here. You just put that in there. There's like a tiny little strip or something. Let's just put it over here with the caps. Does that one not fit? Jeez, I'm having nothing but trouble today with these. That was probably one I designed as a iteration. Man, I really screwed up. Not picking the right ones to put in here. I need to get rid of that one. For sure. Whoops. I have some more stuff to put on here too. We'll get rid of that one. That one seems to be not really sure what the deal is with that. Some of these were tests, and I forgot to mark them as tests, and then I wound up putting them back in here. So I'm gonna get going in a bit. I just want to. That's the one that's tight. Why is that one tight? Let's take that one out, not the other one. Yeah, that's definitely plastic. That one is definitely also plastic. I gotta figure out which ones were not plastic. I probably have them somewhere else. I have a bunch that I put in here. Here they are. Alright, so I need that. That's my little bin. That's another bin. What do I have? Wide ones. Nope, I don't have any more 3-ways. Oh well. That's another bin. This could be for buttons and stuff. Hope that wasn't too loud. I didn't look at the meter. Buzzers. I need more of these buzzers. More USB jacks. I think I need a 603 LED. Definitely more. I don't think I need resistors for this board. This board's mostly resistor networks. Which one's this? What is this? 4.7K. Oh, I don't need that. I'll just leave that in there in case I use it for something else. Chat, you dead? Nobody's. It's kind of a boring stream. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was kind of just live view from my bench. Nothing special going on. I'm probably not gonna get around to building anything yet, but just setting up for it, getting ready. I don't have a lot of space in my workbench, so I really gotta switch it up every time I try to do something. I'm trying to get that little better, and so I should have a space for SMD work and then design and then prototyping. I should be able to pull things off and quickly change it over. But I just did that last week, so I got my monitors, 2 monitors here. I'm gonna try to leave one, dedicate one to data sheets and stuff like that. And the other one for just watching videos or microscopes or anything like that. Yeah, I'm working on. I just built this SMD pickup tool. Now it's all controlled and has a foot pedal, and I just designed and got these. So a little mini ESP module that I'm going to be putting together. That's what I'm setting up for. I'm probably not going to get to streaming that today. I'm probably going to get off here in a bit. I need to run to the store and get some stuff. And I did stream for 5 hours the other day getting that. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I wanted to get my SMD pickup tool set up. Behind the scenes, I'm pretty much not much I'm working on. I have a full-time job, so it's not really something I do a lot. I'll have 1 or 2 projects a year so far. I plan on picking that up now that I have everything all situated now to be able to build. My reflow oven should be finished soon. Right now it's tore apart. I was redoing some stuff on it. I got this remade longer. Now I have a bigger 3D printer, so I now have more. I can make more of these. I have an Ender 3, so I can print a whole. I've been working on these SMD reel holders for reels smaller than 1,000. I order stuff sometimes in 100 or 500. So I made these little reel system to hold that. And then I can actually incorporate these reels into feeding these feeders for things if I'm start producing something that needs a lot of something. And they can just roll right off into the feeders. So I'm kind of just getting set up. I redid my entire bench. I redid the power in my whole office. I put some mounting rail system over here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I like to get a bunch of projects set up for Christmas because I get a Christmas break. So I'm home for about a week. So if I don't get to this week, I'm going to have, that whole week to maybe actually... I need to get this tested this week so I can build some more or order some more and see if I like it. See if it's something I want to, sell the PCB or use for respin it as a separate project for something specific. This is like a universal board. It does it's like way overkill for, it does everything I want it to do, which is like 15 features. Well, functions. So you can do different things based on what you're doing. So, all right. I also need some regulators. Got to make sure those are MBT 2222s. Is that all the AP? Is that all the? I don't remember which regulator I was going to use. Shoot. Did I not order more of these? Alright, I'm just going to put these in here. I think these are not what I'm going to use. But I'll put them in there for now. Yeah, let me label that. That's going to be 6211. I think I'm using the AP2112K, but I think I have some of those. Maybe they're somewhere else. This board needs a PTC. I think I have to find where I put those. I'm not going to use these. These are my reference ones. I'm going to need more diodes probably. Those should be S4s. What else? What else? What else? There should be enough transistors. Only one. There's 2 transistors on here. How many are empty? Oh, a lot. I'll put another row of MBTs, 2222s, NPN. 2, 2, 2, 2. MOSFETs. I could try using a MOSFET instead of some of these things. Alright. Well, that's probably as far as I'm going to go for right now. I need to get some stuff done. And I'll get back to this later and get it all, go through my BOM and actually make sure I have everything on here. And then I gotta tape up my stencil and make sure it's all good. And I already electrically tested the board, so should be pretty good now with this SMD setup. You know, the pickup tool. I should be able to just pull this out, pull my pickup tool, and start working, start pasting and stuff like that. The stutterer's transistor of choice. Yeah, I like the I use it more than I use the 3904. It's just cheaper usually. As well, it's cheaper in SMD size. I have some 3904. I think the difference in them is minor. The specs, frequency. If you're not doing a several hundred megahertz frequency, it doesn't really matter. From what I understand, I have to reread it. But NeoPixels don't come out until the last minute because they're in humidity control. And I got like these bins. All my buttons are loose, so I need to put them in here. I need to find buttons in a reel. So, all right, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for showing up, guys, and helping me test. I'm going to play this back and see how I like this mic. I think we might have a new microphone, and I need to get a much better camera. And I'm going to have to get a real camera and a video capture card. But as far as streaming goes, my computer seems to be doing all right. It's not dropping out. It's 2500 steady. My CPU is not throttling. So I just had a problem getting it started this morning. My stream would only stream at 600K, and it just wouldn't go. I don't know what the problem was. Something on my computer was killing the frame rate, and I couldn't figure it out. I just restarted it, and it worked fine. So Mac does that sometimes. There's some kind of process running in the background that's causing the graphics capture to do weird things. Did it? I also have I switched to AT&T fiber now, so I should have 1 gigabit upstream. So my stream should be data wise plenty good. It's just my computer is not fast enough to handle more than 30 frames a second at this resolution. So better computer, I could probably go up to 60 frames or higher resolution. But you usually need dedicated hardware to do that capture, like a capture board. And MacBooks are not very good. I'm driving 3 monitors too right now, so the GPUs are already pretty busy, and they're not very good GPUs. All right, I'm just babbling. Peace. Catch y'all later. Thanks for swinging by. Maybe one of these days I'll get down to doing some actual streams of useful stuff, or educational stuff. But you get to see some cool stuff on my channel, like what I've come up with, what I've built, what I've found on eBay, and things that make my life easier. You want a review of tweezers? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tweezers up here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of snippers. So, you know, try to just show off how I work, and then a lot of the stuff I've learned I've picked up from other people and picked up things here and there. So, you know, that's mostly why I stream. But I'm out. We'll catch you guys later. I'll try to make some more videos this week. Actual videos. I have a bunch of videos I need to render and release. I got another mailbag, and I have some special mailbags for some tools and stuff I showed yesterday. So I'll do that. See you guys later. Thanks a lot. Subscribe.